Look, we've all seen Attack on Titan, but don't lie to me. I know you have, and if you actually haven't, then maybe don't watch this video, because we're going to be talking spoilers from the most recent season of the anime, the equivalent part of the manga. So take this moment to fuck off if you ain't caught up or somehow haven't seen Attack on Titan. Okay, we'll give you a minute. By a minute, I mean a handful of seconds. Or you could pause. I could give you an infinite amount of time. But yeah. Okay then. Everyone here should either A, be caught up, or just not give a shit about spoilers. In which case, fair play. Hello and welcome to Anime Animosity. It's time to hate on Gabby because no one's ever done that before. I'm sure of it. Just look at Twitter. Now, I bet you're thinking something along the lines of, "Oh, Animosity, she killed Sasha, so we should hate her. There's nothing to say, just shut up." And to you, I say, you're fucking wrong. Well, not exactly. She did kill Sasha, and that does merit some dissatisfaction. I can't knock you there, especially given that Sasha is incredibly popular. But that's not the real reason you should hate her. Or at least not the reason I hate her. Now, before I start, I will add I'm not the arbiter on who you should hate and why you can hate them. You know, like, this is just my take. Do what you want. So do get mad, don't get mad, I don't care. Let me know in the comments. Or oust me on Twitter, kill me, I don't care. Don't kill me. I like my life. Do whatever you want. I don't care. So when I get that out there, you don't have to take my opinion as gospel. That is not what I'm saying. It is an opinion. Take it with a pinch of salt, or 2 pinches if you're feeling really seasonal. Get it? Because salt's a seasoning, not a spice. That was a terrible joke. Right then. Let's actually touch on Gabby killing Sasha. Yes, as I said, this does merit some hatred or dissatisfaction or distaste. Distaste, yeah, sure. From fans, and obviously characters in the show. I mean, this kid just shot their long-term friend and comrade, and from the perspective of the audience, a character we spent, 3.5, technically 4 seasons with, because season 3 split into 2. So yeah, you can hate Gabby for killing a character you like. But in all honesty, it's quite fitting for AOT to kill off a character somewhat unceremoniously and just out of nowhere. The world's grim and brutal, and people die. Lots of people die. Even ones we know, ones we don't know. And it's one of AOT's strong points. Look at how it opens. Like, come on, one of its biggest hooks is that it will just kill characters. Sasha dying shouldn't be worth as much hate as Gabby gets. But this is a character we've spent a long time with, and as I've said, we've grown to love her. And now she's dead, and this kid that thinks she's hot shit is to blame. Why not hate her? And that's fair. You can do that, as I said. However, this is far from what pisses me off most about Gabby. For me, it's her hypocrisy. Gabby is a hypocrite. And at a glance, you may or may not notice. What a filler sentence. Gabby hates Eldians. Understandably so. She's been raised her whole life to hate them. So let's cut her some slack there. It's how she expresses and how she acts that makes me dislike her, and that makes her a hypocrite. First and foremost, Gabby is a soldier. Her entire life, she has been raised with the idea that all Eldians are scum and should be punished for their sins. Hence why she wishes to be a warrior. And, as a soldier, Gabby has most likely done some pretty shitty things outside of what we see in the anime and manga, in the name of Marley, purely to seek redemption for her racist crimes. However, Gabby seemingly sees no issue with Eldians, honorary Marleyans, and regular Marleyans committing war crimes and subjugating other nations, but has an issue with the Eldian Empire doing the same thing 2,000 years ago. Ah, I see. Eldians are bad since they did a bad thing a long time ago. But me doing and supporting those very same acts for a different nation, that's perfectly fine. Wow. Her main reason for doing this is to redeem Eldians to an extent. But she also hates those very people she's trying to redeem. Especially those gosh darn island devils who, until Marley attacked them and also flooded their island with man-eating monsters, were living peacefully, doing absolutely nothing other than trying to survive from attacks from those giant man-eating monsters that Marley let loose on them. But they're the bad people. You know, not the ones trying to start a war with some fuck-off island and most of the world as well. Because, apparently, having some of the same DNA as people from 2,000 years ago is enough of a crime to get you killed and or have your lives ruined. Seems fair, don't you think? No, of course it isn't. But Gabi, and many other Eldians in Marley, would believe otherwise. When confronted on this ridiculous and unfair viewpoint of hers, when she's on Paradis, her main argument is that modern Eldians must be punished to pay for the crimes of Eldians 2,000 years ago, who are all now long dead, whereas modern Eldians, who are not dead or committing crimes, should be punished. But when she is told that modern Eldians are doing just what I said, nothing wrong, why do they deserve to die? Most of them haven't killed anybody, at least not unprovoked. Gabi ignores it and continues her racist parade. So, that's why you should hate Gabi. At least, in my opinion, that's why you should hate Gabi. Or could hate Gabi. It's not those... I don't remember English terms to... Not English the language, but English like the subject. That was a really bad point. I'm going on a tangent. Let's move on. However, while this video is titled Why You Should Hate Gabi, she isn't all bad. As for killing Sasha, well, she was driven by revenge. As not only had Gabi witnessed two people who were concerned about her get shot in front of her, she had also witnessed her dear friends get crushed by debris and trampled to death. All incited by those gosh darn island devils. So, while she killed Sasha, does that really warrant hate? Now, I know that contradicts what I said earlier somewhat, but hear me out. If we hate Gabi so much for seeking out revenge, why don't we hate Eren? Eren is similarly driven by revenge, having watched his own mother get eaten before his eyes, and yet we sympathise with him, but despise Gabi, even though their drive and to some extent their actions are the same. This is the power of perspective in storytelling. We're okay with Eren since he's our main character, but with Gabi, after the first handful of episodes we are with her, she is painted as somewhat of an antagonist. And as such, we view the two completely differently. It's an interesting point. Don't close your mind to antagonist and protagonist and show disdain toward one purely based on those labels. To close off, I just want to bring mention to one other thing. Gabi is a clear example of hypocritical discrimination. But that's not all I see her standing for. Gabi has been raised to hate Eldians. Also, brainwashed than raised, really, I'd say. And so, I believe that Gabi is here to show the dangers of drilling ideas and beliefs into children who don't have the critical thinking ability to understand and evaluate what they're being told. But I'm not a literary expert, so I might just be talking out of my ass. Well, I've been Animosity, you've been you, and hope to catch you all next time for some more anime and manga stuff in another video. Ta-ta for now.